My name is Monique, and I lived in my car for 3 years in order to save money to pay off my debt. Last year, I got in a small car wreck, and my car was declared totaled, so when getting a new vehicle, I decided to upgrade to a tiny little Ford Transit Connect. Over the last few months, my dad and I have been working hard to convert this tiny little van into my new home, and I officially moved in a few weeks ago on May 15th. And after living in the van for a few weeks and making adjustment after adjustment after adjustment and getting into my flow, it is finally time for a van tour video. That security guard just told me I can't stay here. That's a van life for you. Can't really be offended. It comes with the territory. What a great introduction to this van tour video. But I live in my 2022 Ford Transit Connect. I started living in vehicles in order to pay off my debt, which I successfully did. And now that I'm debt free, I still don't see the purpose in spending money on rent or a mortgage. I'd rather just save that money. So that's what I'm doing. Even though I accomplished my debt free goal, I am still living in a vehicle. And it's just been really helpful in my life regarding finances, and I don't see it changing anytime in the near future. So let's go ahead and get to the van tour. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, that's it. So this is my little couch that converts into a bed, my huge blanket, and my pillow. This pillow is so huge because I have it stuffed with a lot of things. That's a tip that I learned from another van lifer. Back here I have my camp stove that I cook on, these two little pieces of wood that I use to help support my bed when I fold it out sometimes. I have my all-in-one diesel heater. I got the all-in-one heater because it was easier to install, and that just sits on the side of my cabinet. And I have a collapsible portable toilet. This is a really simple build. I don't have any upper cabinets in here. I don't have any drawers underneath my bed. I just did not feel like putting the drawers underneath my bed. And as far as the upper cabinets, I just didn't want to lose any more space. I didn't want it to feel claustrophobic, and I just feel like with too many upper cabinets and everything, it would just close the space in. So I didn't do drawers or cabinets. Underneath my bed, I have an air fryer, a fire extinguisher. That is my Vitamix base. Behind the Vitamix, I have my Instant Pot. I have my lithium batteries, which are connected to my alternator, and that's how those charge. And here at the end of the bed, I have my Goal Zero power station that I've had since the beginning of car life. It's still going strong. I have solar panels on the top of my van, and that's what powers this. So it's just nice to have the solar option to charge my appliances, as well as the lithium battery option. So that's everything underneath my bed. My floor is the vinyl floor where it has the tongue and groove. I think that's what it's called. It's the same flooring that my parents used in their basement, and they had a bunch left over. So of course I used it because I'm not about to spend money if I don't have to. Up here I have these hooks that use toggles. I got them from Home Depot. I found holes that were already drilled into the van that could fit the toggle in. And yeah, I stuck the hooks and the toggles in here. And then I hung these baskets that I got from Amazon for extra storage since I don't have any upper cabinets. And I like that they can just be taken off. Yeah, I can just take it off. If I'm trying to get in this way and that one's in the way, I can just take it off and climb on in. Another storage option I did was this shower caddy, which is the exact same one I used in my car. It wasn't easy getting this to stick to this plywood wall. My wall is 1/4-inch plywood, so I velcroed. That's Velcro back there. I velcroed it back here. So it's not like the nicest or neatest, but it works, and I'm able to store a lot of things in here. The couch cushions are 2-inch memory foam that I got off Amazon. The couch cushion covers, I sewed them myself. They're definitely imperfect, but I really like them. And I sewed zippers on them so that I could take them on and off. One of my favorite simple parts of the van is behind the cushions, and it's my bookshelf. I'm just really proud of this bookshelf. It's like the only thing in the van I built by myself without my dad. And it's so raggedy, but I love it. And here is the whole reason I wanted a van in the first place, so that I could have a kitchen space. I absolutely love it. I'm so pleased with it. Musa actually had this built for me. I was so over the van build by the time we got to the point where we were building the cabinet. I just didn't want to do it, honestly. So I told Musa that, and immediately he was on it. He was like, all right, I'll do it. He handled it, and he did everything. He handled everything, and he got me this kitchen cabinet that I love. It's simple and beautiful. So this is like a spice rack, and these are some reusable napkins so that I don't use paper towels as often, save some money. Just some balsamic vinegar, olive oil, and these are in a Ziploc bag because things spilled. I've lived in vehicles long enough to know that things spill, so I try to be proactive and keep the mess as small as possible. So I have a ton of things in Ziploc bags. I don't know what kind of wood this is. I think it's not special wood at all. I think it's just some regular wood. The doors on the cabinet are super simple. They just slide open like that. And I have stuff in here. This is my Vitamix blender. Some trash bags. Some vegetable stock. This right here is a vinegar and water solution that I've been using to clean, and random stuff like that. On this side of the counter, I have a 10-gallon stainless steel water jug, and in order to get to it, just ignore this crappy paint job. I put Velcro right here, and it comes right off. Having a stainless steel water jug has been extremely inconvenient. It was ridiculously expensive. It's extremely heavy when you fill it with water. I can't take it to water fill stations because once I fill it with water, I cannot carry it. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to fill this thing. Still, I was adamant that I wanted one because I just didn't want water that I'm gonna drink to be sitting in a plastic jug for weeks at a time, even if it's BPA free and all that. I just prefer food grade stainless steel. It's just a personal preference. When I lived in my car, I definitely had a plastic jug and I was just fine. So don't do what I'm doing, you know, just like get you a plastic jug if that's what you want. I just wanted stainless steel. So that's what I got. And it pulls out. I don't want to pull it out right now. It has water in it and it's just really heavy. But it pulls out, and that's how I can put water in it. And I don't think you can see. There you go. You can see all of the tubing, kind of. You can kind of see all of the tubing. Here I have a spice rack. This is another great solution for people who didn't put cabinets in their van like me. I love having easy access to my seasonings. My mirror. Hi. I love this mirror. I love that it's circular, because everything in this van is so sharp and rectangular, and it was just really nice to have a circular, pretty mirror. And I just love having a mirror in my van. It's so convenient. So that's my mirror. Behind the mirror, I have these little flower stickers. So it's just a little bit of decoration. The main reason I got these stickers was because we messed up on the wall. There's a big hole here actually. So this was the idea that my mom came up with, because I just really hated that hole. She said this would be her contribution to the van, and I love it. She was like, I will figure a way to cover that hole for you. And this was the idea she had, was to put these flower stickers on the wall. And I just love her idea. I didn't think to do this. Here is my sink. I got it off Amazon. I love it. It's absolutely great. I love that it has this cutting board so that I can hide stuff in it, because I definitely always have stuff in here. The faucet, it's just a faucet, you know. This comes down, goes back up. Behind the faucet I have my chef's knife kit. And I definitely keep more than knives in here. So I have a rubber spatula, a regular spatula, knife sharpener, can opener, things like that. My knife is in here. I put the faucet right there, and even when I'm driving, it rarely falls. Sometimes it falls, sometimes the faucet will move and it'll fall, but most times it doesn't. Here is another spice rack, the exact same one that's over there. Here are some fake flowers that my mom let me have because there's just the wall right here. The cut is just a really bad cut. It didn't look good. And there's a hole back there you can see. And I just didn't want to have to look at that every day. So that was my solution, was just to stick flowers there. I have a foot pump. I did not get an electric pump. I got a foot pump and it works just fine. You just step on it and water comes out of the faucet. Up here I have my lights. I have 6 lights like this. These are the exact same lights that I used in my car. I just took them out of my car and put them in my van. They are battery powered, so whenever they start to die, I just take the batteries out and I recharge the batteries. I use rechargeable batteries. Here is my vent, and very simple vent. Nothing special. I have blackout curtains right there. This is a fan that my parents got me. I got this expensive fan from Amazon and it broke. And the first time it broke, I was like, okay, maybe it was user error. So I got another fan and it broke. They both broke within a week of using. And I was so pissed. And then my parents went and got me this $23 fan from Walmart, and it's been going strong. I love this fan. It has a light around the ring. It has a light around the ring. It's just a great fan. And I could never live in a vehicle without a fan. I don't know if anyone can. Here I just have a shower bag that I just hang from this area. This is insulation. On the driver's side of the van is where I have my inverter and my battery charger. I also stuffed a few cookbooks down here because I didn't have a space for them. My first aid kit. This is my inverter, 2000 watt. This is my Victron battery charger. This is some kind of fuse thing. I did not do any of my electrical. I've had too many electrical issues in my car, and I just wanted it to be done properly. Everything is connected to the 2 lithium batteries that go through here. So this is my garage. It is my front passenger seat. Yep, this is where I stuff random things. This is where my refrigerator is. Not look very huge. Actually, it kind of does look huge in the camera. This thing is huge. I think it's 65 quarts. It has little vents here that still are able to get air. This still gets air. This vent here still gets air. So that's fine. That's not a problem. It has a fridge and a freezer. That was a must for me. I was not about to live my life in another vehicle without a refrigerator and a freezer. This here, since I don't have cabinets and stuff, I had this when I lived in my car. This is a great bag. I know it's upside down, but you can see. I had this since the beginning of car life, and it's still going strong. It's not ripped. It's so sturdy. I highly recommend this bag. So since I don't have cabinets to store seasonings and things, I use this. Oh gosh. You see, this is why I put everything in Ziploc bags. It would have been a mess in here if I hadn't had this in a Ziploc bag. This is chili garlic paste. It's delicious, but it's so messy. Even when I sit this upright, because people might say, oh, well, it was laying down, duh. No, even if I sit it upright, you're constantly moving stuff when you live in a car. Things get rattled around in here. Stuff spills all the time. So trust me, whether this is laying on its side or standing straight up, stuff is gonna spill. So anyways, I have stuff like this in here. This is the inside of my fridge. I might do a official fridge tour one day, but this is the freezer, and here's the fridge. I absolutely love my fridge and freezer. Oops. So this is my garage and my refrigerator. And if you're wondering if I have to go outside to the passenger door every day, every time I want to get to my fridge, I can get to my fridge from inside of the van. Like this. And that's it. Up here, I still have my collapsible buckets just for now. I'm nervous to live in a vehicle without them because they just come in handy. So I would love to use the space for something else, but for now I'm gonna keep these buckets here. Even though I have a sink, I just wanna have these here because they're so convenient for so many things. Those are just some random socks. Don't know why they're there. And here I have these packing cubes and they have my shirts and pants in them. Here is underneath the driver's seat. I have a bug catcher and I just have another little container with pajamas. I have a few skirts in there and just random things, undergarments, stuff like that I keep in there. And these are my solar panels. Each is 100 watts. And that's all I have on top of my roof because that's all I could fit. I think I've shown you all everything. The last thing I will show you is how I convert my couch to a bed. When converting my couch to a bed, the first thing I do is lift up these little legs that support the bed frame. I talk a little bit more about this in one of my van build videos. And then I open the bed platform. Next, I put all the cushions on the bed. And this is what the bed looks like when it's fully out. I love it. There's so much more space than I had when I lived in my Buick Encore. Once the bed is out, I just put down my blanket, get my pillow, and I'm all done for the night. Also, I have this sheet, which is just extra fabric from the cushions. And sometimes I just use magnets and put that up there. So I hope this video gave you some ideas if you're someone like me who doesn't want a super extravagant van, or who at least didn't want to spend the money having a super extravagant van, but you're also not someone who wants to have like one of those no build van build vans. This is like a very good in between that. It's not like super extreme low budget, but it's not extravagant. It's like right in the middle, and I love that. So hopefully you got some ideas, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.